I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's Cheese Spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mostly sunny skies with increasing cloud cover throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 51. Tonight, mainly clear skies and light winds with a low of around 27. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies, again, light winds as well, a little warmer. We'll see a high of around 58. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So what's this new concept happening at 1040 O Street? There's 93.7 The Ticket, there's The Mill Coffee and Tea, and there's Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery? Well, yeah, it's all of those things. It's a place for the community to hang out, grab a drink and a bite, and just chill, or work, or meet, or chat, or whatever you want to do. 93.7 The Ticket, The Mill Coffee and Tea, Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery, all together at 1040 O Street.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
From the playing fields to the sidelines, from Florida to California, from the Big 12 to the Big 10, welcome to the wide world of Raff. Live from the 93.7 The Ticket studios in the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Chris Raff.
All right. Hello, everybody. You hear me?
Wide world of Raff. We should have Raff in here shortly. I believe he's streaming in here, and there he is, the man of the hour, Chris Raff, joining me on StreamYard. Raff, I went through the NFL picks here, but start things off here. How's it going on this Wednesday night?
Everything is going good. How are you tonight?
Not too bad. I was actually doing our picks here, and it looks like we're going to split it right even. I'm right now I'm at 15. We both went 10-5, but I think I'm missing a game here. So I know we went, let's see. Let me double check here.
You got the Bronco game, correct?
Yeah, I got your Bronco. That was the one that tied it up for you. Was those Denver Broncos. I think I'm missing one game here. When we go to break, we might have to get the tiebreaker because I know I'm missing one because I believe there is 16 games and I only got down for 15. But we'll figure that out when we go to break here.
Oh, man.
Official winner. We were really close there. I was pretty much dominating until about that second slate of games, and you really started coming back, taking over a little bit.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. That is crucial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll definitely get that, and we'll announce the winner of Week 8 picks on that second segment as I try to figure out which one I'm missing here. That will decide the tiebreaker, or we walk away, shake hands, and we have to go ahead and split the week.
Oh man, I hope I won. After that,
I'm gonna be devastated.
After 2 weeks ago where you throttled me, I gotta make up for it a little bit and just get a weak victory. And then also before we really get started tonight, I just wanted to send out condolences to former Indiana basketball coach Bobby Knight, who passed away earlier today. That's sad for just the game of basketball and just for what he did for the game of basketball, but just wanted to send out just condolences to his family and just what he did for the state of Indiana. So,
yeah, absolutely. Bob Knight, we had a few people chiming in from the text line that just broke. I believe it broke later today, maybe around like 4 p.m. or so. But yeah, obviously what he did for Hoosier Nation and what he inspired back there, Indiana definitely wouldn't be the same if he hadn't left his legacy there. So definitely rest in peace.
So we ready to get started tonight and start making some selections?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's dive into it because you know what, we're gonna. At this point, I got one on you unless you get this tiebreaker because I could tie it up 1-1, and then we gotta separate ourselves here eventually.
Yeah, it's got to happen. My football guru status has got to kick in. I haven't showed much
guy too, so you can't take another loss from me.
Yeah, I gotta start winning. I gotta start winning. So, all right, we'll start out tonight. We'll bring it up first. The Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night, 7:15, Amazon Prime. The Steelers, Titans, AD versus Will Levis. Who do you got, Harrison?
I'm thinking Will Levis. That's mainly because I'm not terribly afraid of the opponent. But I'm going to ride with the hot hand. Will Levis had an electric week. I think that team's riding high. I think they're inspired again. I think that last week's win kind of helped them a little bit get some momentum back in the season that was badly needed. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Titans.
So one game, you're going Titans. All right.
Yeah, I'll buy the Magic in one game, even though the Steelers kind of feels like a tough matchup just because you know how they're going to show up and play, especially against the quarterback and Will Levis. It'll be a good test for Will Levis, to say the least, going up against the Steelers team that isn't the best. But they're definitely still a quality team in the NFL.
Yeah, and they've got that defense too. So I am going to select the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just think that Will Levis, he was impressive his first week with 4 touchdown passes, the 3 passes to now I'm forgetting his name, receiver.
Hopkins.
Yeah, Diop. But I'm going to go with the Steelers defense. I think they'll try and confuse the young quarterback. So I am going to go with the Steelers. I know that the offense for the Steelers, if the Steelers had any type of offense, I think they would be right up there, considered as one of the top teams in the AFC, just because of just how good their defense is. They keep them in the game, and they almost pull off victories. But without that offense, it's tough. But I'm going to go with the Steelers anyway, because I just think the defense will confuse Will Levis. I'm not sure if he's going to have where he's going to be able to just, step back and throw the deep ball like he was last week. I think he kind of caught them by surprise a little bit. But usually you have a rookie quarterback, you're just trying to throw short passes, and he came out and he just started throwing the ball over the field. But I'm going to go with the Steelers. Kenny Pickett, George Pickens, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, TJ Watt. I'm going with Steelers. Thursday night.
All right. You'll make AD happy. You won't have to hear it tomorrow, at least for
well,
that pick.
Maybe I will. Sometimes he's like, I'd like it if you would select the you select the other team. Sometimes I'm kind of accursed when I make selections, but I think those
winning weeks. So yeah, don't take your picks with pride there.
Those towns are changing, though. I mean, I used to pick against Nebraska all the time, but now I pick Nebraska and we win every week. So I mean, I gotta stick with what I do best. All right, we'll move on now to the. Oh man, this is the game I have problems with just because of the location and the time. The Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time in Frankfurt, Germany. I talked about this today on the drive and the spillover also. I just don't think they should take a game away from Kansas City and have it in Germany. I understand it when you take the Jaguars games away, when they don't fill up their stadium. You can even take the Chargers. Even the Raiders, they play a lot of home games and half the stadium's the other team's crowd. But to take a home game away from Kansas City, and the NFL, the schedule makers, what they were thinking here confuses me too, is you had potentially Tyreek Hill returning back to Kansas City with potentially Taylor Swift in the crowd. I mean, this had the makings for the best Sunday night football game, if not 325 game with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo that you've ever had. But they're going to play it over in Germany, so congratulations, Germany, on getting a great football game. And hopefully I'll be up early enough to watch maybe the second half of the game.
Yeah. So who you rolling with here?
I am going to select. I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Okay. I'm rolling with the Dolphins here. I think if it was at Arrowhead, I'd change my mind. You're completely right. Huge whiff by the NFL. You're looking at two of the most. I don't know necessarily the Chiefs, if you want to call them explosive, but more methodical, and the Dolphins obviously being incredibly explosive. And now you change what was going to be one of the most electric games. And so, like you said, it's going to be 8:30 time slot for us. Kansas City fans, they're going to have to be getting up super early for that game. It's just a horrible time slot for what is supposed to be one of the best games in the middle of the regular season. So if this one was at Arrowhead, having the experience to be able to go to Arrowhead once, that place definitely makes a difference. It gets crazy loud in there. Germany, sleepy morning game. I'm going to leave it to the high-powered offense. I feel like, especially with Chiefs, no Taylor Swift in attendance. I don't know if you saw the stats, Raff, but man, Travis Kelce, just not the same. apparently, when she's not in the stand. So yeah, give me the Dolphins on this one. I think it's another unfortunate road trip for the Chiefs. You lost to the Broncos. I don't think they're feeling good heading into it. Yeah, they're going to want to prove themselves, but I also think the Dolphins are looking at the Chiefs here a little bit side-eyed, and we can take advantage of them on a neutral site on what was supposed to be an away game for them. Now you're playing at a neutral site. Give me the Dolphins.
See, and the reason why I'm going to go with the Chiefs here is I think they have been hearing it all week. I think Travis Kelce's been hearing it all week about you went to the World Series game and we're on that Friday night before the Broncos game, and you're not taking this game, taking NFL serious. You've had Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, they did not score a touchdown on Sunday. And I'm not sure. I don't know if enough talk's been talked about that, but I can't remember a time Patrick Mahomes went without a game without scoring a touchdown. I know he had a long streak of touchdown passes in a game, but to go the entire game with not scoring a touchdown, I think the Chiefs are going to be upset and they're going to want to prove something. So I'm going Chiefs over Dolphins.
Yeah, and maybe I shouldn't look into that Broncos game because Broncos Chiefs is always weird. For whatever reason, no matter how good one or the other is, that game always seems to just you never be able to place your finger on how that game's going to go. If you're going to tell me that the Broncos, what do you guys have, like 3 picks that game?
Yeah,
2 by the same person, like it's just insane. And what's his name? I should give him credit here. That corner, or was he playing safety? That
Justin Simmons.
Justin Simmons has the most interceptions as on Mahomes as anyone else in the league or has been in the league. It's just incredible. For whatever reason, that Broncos matchup, even last year when they were playing on the road, I know the Broncos didn't win it, but it was like the best version of the Broncos you saw all year with a mobile Russell Wilson running into the end zone. That one always seems weird. So might be overlooking that one for whatever reason. But again, just the fact that it's in Germany, that's huge for me. I think that definitely shifts in the Dolphins' favor.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll move on now. We've got at noon on CBS, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Who do you got, Harrison? Who do you got?
Give me the Seahawks. I have been rolling with the Seahawks all year, and I'll be honest, every time we're doing these picks, you keep picking against the Seahawks, and it's giving me a free win every time. This is going to be a big challenge for them, though. This is a massive challenge with the Ravens.
All right. Well, I'm this week is the week where I turn things around. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. The reason why I'm selecting the Ravens is I heard a crazy statistic earlier this morning, and I don't know if you've heard it yet or not, Harrison. Lamar Jackson against the NFC is 17-1 in his career.
No, I didn't hear that.
17-1.
I'm not going to change my pick, but that scares me. That's insane.
Yeah, I did not know it was
like
that.
They haven't had like a spotless record year in, year out either. It's one thing if they're just winning all the time, you can kind of put that together. But for their seasons to be up and down, to be 17-1 against the NFC, that's crazy.
NFC. So I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Odell Beckham, he didn't really have any catches last week, but he had penalties caught against him, some holdings and some pass interferences. So he's starting to have an impact.
Mm-hmm.
I look back on this. I wish J.K. Dobbins would have stayed healthy just to see how this offense would have clicked. I mean, you've got Gus Edwards and Justice Hill, but I just think the Ravens are starting to get things going a little bit on the offense side of the ball. And then they're always in Baltimore. It's always a tough game when you go to Baltimore. All those Baltimore Steelers games through the years. They play a tough brand of football there in Baltimore. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. I don't think Seattle will have enough for them, but like you said, you've been picking the Seahawks and winning every week, but I think this is the week where my luck changes. So I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, very well could be too. And like you said, Gus Edwards, I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns last week, but a lot of it kind of not necessarily massive chunk gains, just the offense staying on cycle, and he's just picking up 4, 3, 5 at a time if it's a good run. It would be different if Dobbins was in there. Gus Edwards isn't a bad player, but it definitely would change the perspective a little bit. Let's get maybe 3 more picks in here. Actually, let's go 4 more picks before we go to our break.
Okay, we'll go to another one. We've got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns at 12 o'clock in Cleveland. Cardinals are 1-7. Browns are 4-3. Both teams, it looks like they'll probably still have their backup quarterbacks. The Cardinals are going to still have their backup quarterbacks. As you know, Romeo Dobbs was traded to the Vikings earlier this week
Mhm.
after they had benched him. Kyler Murray, they're still not they're not sure what they're going to do with him. I don't think they want to play him because they want to save that salary cap money. But so I think what is it? Clayton Tune, I believe, is the starter. I think for the Cardinals,
Yeah. Yep.
and then the Browns. You have Deshaun Watson, who I saw practiced a little bit today, but he's got like this sprained UC joint in his shoulder. So I'm not sure, where that sets them. So then you've got, was it PJ Walker, I believe,
Yep.
starting quarterback for the Browns, who he played good his first game, a little shaky the second. So you got Cardinals, Browns. Who do you got, Harrison? Who do you got?
This has a chance to be like one of the ugliest games. Like the defense for the Browns is probably the only reason I'm going to pick them. I just think defensively they can hold on a little bit longer to just get enough points to scrape by. You're looking at a backup quarterback battle. I don't think it's going to be a pretty game. Give me the Browns just because at least at the bare minimum, they're able to play complementary football. With the Cardinals, you don't really know what you're getting on any side of the field.
Yep, I'm gonna agree with you there. I'm gonna go with the Browns too. I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I think the only way that this game could become special is if they get like a major snowstorm the night before the game or during the game, and it just turns into like a blizzard, muddy, the dog pound going crazy. The Browns defense. I'm putting this one on the Browns defense also, so I'm gonna take the Browns also.
Yeah,
Browns it is.
Yeah, I think it'll be an ugly game, but the Cardinals are just in a funk. I'm not even sure if they know what they want to do, where they want to go at this point. And like you said, with Kyler Murray, I don't expect him to suit back up at all for the rest of they're going to try to hold on to that salary.
Yeah, so I'm going Browns too. Now we'll move on to another game here. We got at noon, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Houston Texans in Houston at NRG. Bucks and Texans. I've been kind of going back and forth on this game, so I'll let you choose first, and maybe I'll switch my decision of what you choose.
Yeah. See, I really wanted to go with the Texans here, but I'm not there yet with the Texans. I thought they'd be developing a little better at this point. Like the head coach, like the roster, just young, doesn't have enough yet. Give me the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have been scary for me all year, though. You just don't know what version of that offense you're getting week in, week out with the Buccaneers. Like sometimes they can find Mike Evans early in the game and they keep him cooking. Other times it's like the fourth quarter and he's got 3 targets, maybe 1 or 2 receptions. They're having a really hard time getting their playmakers open in space. Some of that's, Baker Mayfield's just got to be a little more confident in there. It's not a great year for him either. He's really not looking like the guy for any NFL team out there. So it's not a pretty win, but I'm still going to go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's me with like Baker Mayfield. Sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. It's kind of been the story of his NFL career. I am going to select the Houston Texans. They're at home. CJ Stroud, say the same thing every week. D'Amico Ryans gets his team ready to play. I see they got their couple of the receivers back too, where they're starting to get healthy. So that'll help. I was at Tank Dale, I believe. I think he's feeling better. So I'm going with the Texans. My sister lives in Houston, so I'm gonna go Texans so they can get. I think they get like free Dairy Queen or something after every Houston Texans victory. So I'm hoping that they can get some free Dairy Queen or something on that Monday after the Texans victory. So I'm going with the Houston Texans in Houston.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Stroud so far at this point in the season? Is this kind of where you expected him to be at?
Yeah, I think he's maybe even ahead of where I thought he might be at. Because coming into the season, the Texans weren't exactly a powerhouse, and you had a new coach. So I thought maybe he would take. Maybe I don't think he's had to go through what Bryce Young's had to go through in Carolina. I mean, he's really been taking a beating, but he's playing, stepping up and throwing some good balls, but he's taking an awful lot of hits. So I think CJ Stroud's ahead of where I thought he would be at this time. So I'm going to Texans, and they win this week. They get it up to 500. So that's, they're in there somewhere in the mix. So I'm going Texans.
Yeah, I think that's a fair pick. I think this is probably one of your more toss-up games. And I will say this is for the most part, maybe not the prettiest slate of games, but there's some really good toss-ups. Ones we'll get to obviously
Oh,
later,
yeah.
Cowboys and Eagles. But this is a pretty good week of NFL football. And I kind of have this thought before we get to our last pick here. Are there more bad games in the NFL than there are good games? Because I was watching Monday Night Football, I couldn't help but be disgusted by the product, and it amazes me how popular the sport is.
Yeah, I think what happens is that you just have that top echelon of 8 teams, and then you got the middle, and then you got probably like 10 to 12 that just
bad.
They always have. I mean, they're bad, but they have their week. Being in the NFL, they have their weeks where you see upsets. I think that's what the NFL is, trying what they're hoping for when they have these bad games on, where they're like, okay, this isn't a bad game, but maybe, just maybe, they'll show out this week, and then it'll be one of those where people are talking about, like, how in the world, how did the Broncos beat the Chiefs? But
yeah,
I don't know.
I keep trying that with the Bears, and I'm begging them to stop putting them on national television. It's just it's not good for anyone in Bears Nation. That's for certain.
Yeah. So speaking of that actually is our next game at 12:00. You got Chicago Bears versus the New Orleans Saints. Saints and Bears. Who do you select?
I'm gonna zag on this one. I always pick the Bears.
What?
I'm picking the Saints. The Bears are pissing me off so bad, Raff.
Wow.
The amount of cover up and BS they're doing with their quarterbacks and their coaching situation. I mean, what they did with Justin Fields and then rolling out Tyson Bagent and putting the storyline together, and then Eberflus's comments in the press conference, like, I'm disgusted. Like, I'm just so sick of watching this sorry Bears franchise and this just, I'm controlling my words here, just barely cover up. And when everyone knows it on the surface level of all the nonsense that's going on behind, it's really becoming hard to watch. And I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna still support and root for the Bears, but I'm not going to be kind enough to pick them every week because I just know better, and they're not a good team. Top to bottom franchises between the players, maybe it's not all on the players. I'd assume a lot of it's, management, coaching, but it's just an absolute train wreck. And I don't think anyone knows what the hell's going on.
So do you have the welcome mat already out for Caleb Williams and Jim Harbaugh?
And that's the thing. How many quarterbacks do we need before we realize it's not the quarterback, that no matter who the hell we plug in, we're going to find a way to ruin him. There's been some times where we're looking at the quarterback history in the past, but they've never been able to figure that out. And the way they handle Justin Fields scares the crap out of me if they got a Caleb Williams, to put it that way.
Well, all right. Well, I am going to select the New Orleans Saints also. Another crazy stat, when Taysom Hill carries the ball for like over 5 times, they're like only lost like 1 game or whatever. So you definitely want to get the ball in Taysom Hill's hands. Saints 4-4. I mean, they have a chance to go 5-4. I mean, it's been sluggish. Carr really hasn't been super impressive. There's been talk of, playing other people, but I'm going Saints. I don't know why, but I'm going with the Saints, and they're playing the Bears. So I guess that's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, so if they're playing the Bears, odds are saying don't pick the Bears to win. That's kind of been the story. But we got to go ahead and throw it to our first break here. This is the Wide World of Raff. He's streaming in. I'm running the board in studio here, and we'll have the Don't Athlete Project next. Don't go anywhere. More NFL picks up next.
We'll be right back to the Wide World of Raff.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Gary Michaels Clothiers celebrates 40 years of serving Nebraskans in the men's clothing industry. 40 years of some of the most memorable moments. In our way of thanking you for 40 years, we are offering a 40% discount on any single one item in the store. 40% off any suit, sport coat, slack, sports shirt, sweater, outerwear, or shoes. To receive your 40% off on one item, be there by November 11th. Gary Michaels, 40% off for 40 years, located at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.3333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Early break with Sip and Jake.
In my opinion, Nebraska is still in the driver's seat. Wow. To win this thing. They're in the driver's seat. That would be incredible. If Wisconsin hadn't lost it's Braylon and a high ankle sprain, you don't play again that year. I mean, losing him is monumental.
It'll be interesting to see a team that's missed so many bowl games in a row, to how they could handle potentially having the mentality of being in the driver's seat.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome back to the wide world of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is the Wide World of Ralph on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday night. We're doing some NFL games, the greatest pickers in probably the United States picking football games. Harrison,
we had a pretty damn good week, Raff, and why you should be paying attention here. So I figured it out, the game we missed. Somehow we missed the Eagles game in there, but we both picked Eagles. So we came to a tiebreaker. So I don't know if you remember our tiebreaker or not. So we both went 11 for 5.
I forgot the tiebreaker.
Remember, in the spirit of the NBA season opener,
you won. I know.
Suns, I picked the Suns. The Suns would win in their NBA season opener, and you picked the Warriors.
I was hoping you forgot about that.
I mean, we can leave it off if you want to call it a tie, since it's your show.
Yeah, we probably should, just so the listeners keep on believing in my football knowledge.
Yeah, I did sneak in some NBA for the tiebreaker, so you do have an argument of it being invalid. But appreciate the Suns. In my head, I'll count it as 2-0. But Raff's in the wide world of Raff are 1-1. So
yeah, it's a tie. It's a tie. So all right. So we'll move on to our next game here at noon. The Minnesota Vikings versus the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be another one of those games. The Vikings lose Kirk Cousins for the season with the torn Achilles. The Falcons benched Desmond Ridder last week and put in Taylor Heineke. So now you've got, I would guess you got Jaron Hall versus Heineke, or unless they decide to put Ridder back in the starting lineup, which I'm not sure. I haven't really read much on the Falcons in my Falcons daily news, but yeah. So you got Jaron Hall versus maybe Heineke or maybe Ridder in Atlanta. This is I'm selecting the Falcons just for the fact that Heineke's always played well if that's who they decide to go with when he played for the Commanders. The Vikings, I mean, now you're down Kirk Cousins. You don't have Jefferson. You're starting your 5th round selection, I believe, Jaron Hall. Romeo Dobbs, they traded for. He won't be ready, I don't think, quite yet. It might be in maybe a backup role or package situation, but I'm going with the Falcons. Other than, I don't really know why. I'm just taking the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same note. I'm taking the Falcons too. The Vikings are just in a world of trouble right now. Hawkinson's been playing out of his mind for him. So the part of me wants to pick the Vikings. Anytime you got a younger quarterback in there, that tight end's typically pretty easy early weapon for them to get to. And it's not like the Falcons are world beaters at this point. So it's not like they can't pull enough things together in a short window of time. Because I think on paper they still got way more talent than the Falcons, that they should be able to find a win. But again, at this point in the season, I just think that's a lot, especially with Dobbs. I don't know if they're gonna have enough time to get him plugged in. Yeah. And if you're starting with your quarterback no experience, it's just not gonna be a good recipe. So I'm giving me the Falcons, even though on paper I do think there's a way for the Vikings to kind of claw for a win. Yeah. Mentally, I don't know really where they're at this point, especially with some of their, obviously, Kirk's out. Now you still don't have Jefferson. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be clicking fast enough. So give me the Falcons. I'm not super confident about this one, but I'm going to roll with Falcons too.
Yeah, it's just upsetting for the Vikings. They were just starting to get things rolling a little bit. You had Jefferson, aiming to come back here in a few weeks, and now you lose your quarterback, and now it's just shambles. And the Vikings, they really don't know where they're at because you don't know. Kirk Cousins was looking. They were basically talking Super Bowl or bust this year. So, do they look at bringing him back? Do they look at the Achilles? Not everybody's Aaron Rodgers and throwing 44 days after surgery. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Vikings, how this year continues, and then how they handle Justin Jefferson now when they're like, well, maybe we could bring you back in a couple of weeks to going, well, we're going to wait until you're, completely, and we're going to hold you out longer. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Vikings play out the rest of this season. All right, we'll move on to our next game. It's at 12 o'clock. It's the Los Angeles Rams versus the Green Bay Packers from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Rams and Packers.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I'm waiting for Cooper Kupp to go back to being Cooper Kupp. They've had a few rough weeks, but I'm not. The Packers feels like a get right team. I know it's in Lambeau. The Rams just haven't quite looked right either. They're none of those teams that kind of came into the season with, I don't want to say lofty expectations, but they definitely were higher than where they're at right now. Give me the Rams. I think it's a get right game for them, and I'm not going to freak out too much against a lesser opponent.
I'm going to go with the Rams also, and the reason why I'm going to go with the Rams is the Packers general manager. It's not Mosley. Mark. DP would know this. Can't remember what his last name is. Mark.
Green Bay Packers owner.
The general manager for the Packers. Yeah, he played safety for the Redskins back in the 80s. Mark. Oh man, I'm forgetting it, but he came out basically today and said that they're not really sold on Jordan Love as their quarterback of the future, and they're still in that judgmental process. So I just think there's questions right there that are arising. So I'm going to go with the Rams. Aaron Donald, I think he'll cause all sorts of fits to the Packers. So I'm going Aaron Donald. So we'll see. And then you got Kupp and Puka Nacua. So you got those two. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, that's one where I'm just kind of betting on the offense to have a little bit more. The Rams defense, other than Donald, there isn't a whole lot there. They're on paper again. It's like they got some players on defense, but it just hasn't been that year for them. Still think Aaron Donald's going to be a problem offensively. They still have the edge over me or over, I would say, the Packers. So it really, to me, when they're that close on paper in terms of how they've been playing, like I'm just going to lean into who's got the better quarterback. And in this game, it's definitely going to be the Rams.
Yeah, that's another one of these games we were talking about where it's sort of just it's kind of a toss up. You're just not sure what you're going to get. I mean, maybe this is the game where Jordan Love says, "Hey, I am the quarterback of the future," and just goes crazy. But I'm going to stick with the Rams there. All right, we'll move on to our next game. We've got the Washington Commanders versus the New England Patriots in Foxborough at 12 o'clock. The Commanders, Patriots. Who do you got, Harrison?
Give me the Commanders. Only for the fact that the Patriots, I still think they're trying to put things together. They had a little bit of nice little run there, and then they turn around next week, lose to the Dolphins, which was anticipated, but I'm just not seeing it clicking together still for the Patriots at all. There's not a whole lot of complimentary football going on. They don't get any massive playmakers. Just very average on defense this year as well. There's not a lot going for them. That's really the only reason why I'm going. The team to me just doesn't even have an identity at this point.
Okay, so this is a crazy one for me. If you would have asked me 2 days ago who I was selecting, I was all in on the Commanders. However, after the trade deadline and what the Commanders did to their defensive line, I'm switching my pick. I'm going with the Patriots. I think not so much the Patriots, but I think a lot of that Commanders team is wondering what just happened. Here you traded Chase Young and Montez Sweat, two other, leading defensive linemen. And I think there's going to be a lot of questions on that team. And I thought, when the ownership group of, Magic Johnson and his guys, I thought they were purchasing it to make a run, but it almost looks to me now they're kind of purging the team a little bit and, forming it in their own, maybe by their own draft picks and who they're going to go for. So
Yeah.
I'm going with the Patriots because I think the Commanders, they're going to be maybe a little disheveled, just not knowing, what's going on there. So I'm going to go with the Patriots. Mac Jones, don't let me down. And then you got to wonder if there'll be a Josh McDaniels sighting in Foxborough, because usually after he is fired by this previous team that he's head coaching, he ends up in Foxborough relatively quickly. So I'm guessing it'll be just a matter of weeks before you see a Josh McDaniels appearance in New England.
Yeah, I'm right. You're making all the right points, especially with the Commanders. But that's just where I'm at with the Patriots. Even despite all that, losing Chase Young, there's still, to me, a better team than what the Patriots have shown. Like, I just really don't have any faith in the Patriots. They didn't make a whole lot of moves. They're still kind of rolling out with that same franchise, and they just look lost.
Yeah.
So even with the Commanders, I think you'll have some guys trying to prove for future contracts, place to stay, place to start on the team. I'm still gonna lean on the Commanders just because that's what I think about the Patriots. But your points all make sense. I definitely think that team's in flux. They're definitely purging it. It's not a rebuild like you said. It's a full on. Not a full-on purge, but pretty close too.
And you don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. Also, I don't know if Sam Howell. I mean, he's had some bright spots this year, but you wonder if that's who they're going to stick with, or if they got their eyes on the Caleb Williamses of the world, the Drake Mays of the world, the guys that are coming out. So it'll be interesting to see what the Commanders do. But I'm going to go with the Patriots, and that's good for us too because we have two different picks, so there's a chance I can gain a game on you.
We've pretty much split all of these. Whatever the end of this week is, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah. All right, we'll move on. We got time for one more game here.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Colts, Indianapolis Colts versus the Carolina Panthers in Carolina at 3:05. Colts and Panthers. You got Gardner Minshew versus Bryce Young.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. The Panthers, nice little bright spot last week, but I'm not. That just seems like a team that was bound to get a win, not a whole lot of wins. They still don't really have much of an offense. I do like Hubbard. I wish they'd get him a little bit more involved. He seems like a pretty good running back out there, but for the most part, you're looking at a team that's pretty desperate for playmakers on that Panther side of the ball.
All right. I am going to select the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, man. 2 in a row, huh?
Bryce Young magic. It's here. It's here to stay. The guy takes a lot of hits, but, man, I'll tell you what. He's got some great pocket presence. Some of the throws that he's delivering while he's getting hit, and just his able to look downfield. A lot of people have been talking about, maybe I'll take too many hits, but I just think he's so resilient that he's going to lead the Panthers to a victory over the Colts. Not totally impressed with the Colts right now after last week. So I'm going Panthers. Let's go Panthers.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. That's another game where, man, this is just a good week of NFL. We kind of talked about it before, but this slate, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet this month. It would be my part, or not this month, this week. This is a tough week. If you're trying to put parlays out there, be smart about it, because I don't feel very comfortable. Like last week, I was feeling pretty good. This is a tough week. But, Raff, we got to get out of here for our last break of the show. Go ahead and break it down for us.
All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the Wide World of Raff. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back to the Wide World of Raff.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air. After being Lincoln's #1 trusted plumbing, heating, and cooling company for 27 years, John Henry's is proud to announce we now offer electrical services. Call today to book a full range of electrical services by our licensed, background-checked professional electricians. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Now offering electrical.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0. for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. You're listening to the wide world of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is the wide world of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Tuesday night. We've got the Giants versus the Raiders in Vegas. I select the Giants.
Yeah, did you catch Monday Night Football? Yeah, I'm going with the Giants as well. They are struggling to figure out anything with Adams. Jimmy G is just not working out for the Raiders. Like
Well, they benched him.
Jimmy G.
Yep, Aiden O'Connell is starting.
That don't make me feel any better.
Yeah, not me. I'm going to Giants. Giants all day long. I hope Antonio Pierce does great things for the Raiders, but I'm going with the Giants. I just don't think you say, "Hey, Jimmy G, you're benched. We're going to go with Aiden O'Connell now." I don't think Aiden O'Connell is the answer. I saw him as maybe a third string backup quarterback, practice squad quarterback, and starting as a rookie. I mean, much congratulations to him, but I'm going with the Giants. Then we'll move on to 325 Fox, the Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys have another chance to get their what would Bobby Boucher say for all of you that watched the movie to get that back. So what
Good pull.
There you go. Cowboys Eagles. Who do you got, Harrison?
Give me the Eagles. Cowboys, they find a way to kind of crop it down their leg when it matters most. Eagles, I feel like this is another game to kind of prove themselves as the best team. They're kind of sharing that record right now. So absolutely. Give me the Eagles. And Hurts.
Yep.
I think those guys are they're going to continue dominating. And I know that tush push is going to get really annoying for the Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Eagles also. And the reason why is we've seen it every week. Team has a really, really, really good game the previous week, and they come out the next week and they're flat. So I'm going to go with the Eagles also. So Eagles over the Cowboys, Jalen Hurts over Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. And then the Sunday night game at 7:20 on NBC, the Buffalo Bills versus the new darling of the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals. You've got Josh Allen versus Joe Cool.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. We talked about this, the trend. You don't want to be the trendy hot team coming in, and until that trend kind of fades away, I'm not picking the Bengals. They seem like it's so weird. This has been a crazy year for the NFL because everything says the Bengals are back. They're continuing. They kind of got rid of their little flaws there. The Bills have been struggling all year. Seems like kind of a perfect time for the Bengals to tee off and prove themselves as the better team in the AFC, but it's just been the trend this year. They're probably going to take a loss. So give me the Bills.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow is the guy to break that streak. At the beginning of the year, I ranked my quarterbacks, and I had it Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. So I'm going to hold by how I ranked it. So I'm going to go with Mr. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, and Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. So Bengals over the Bills. It hurts me to say that because I do like Josh Allen and the Bills, but I'm going to go with Jamar Chase and Burrow over Allen and Diggs. And then our final game of the night, because the Broncos do not play this week. They got a bye. So, hey, look at me. Celebrate another week. What's up? We've got the Los Angeles Chargers. They should be in San Diego. Don't get me started on that. Okay, the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New York Jets in the Big Apple. Well, the Meadowlands, close to the Big Apple. Chargers, Jets. 3-4 Chargers, 4-3 Jets. Monday Night Football.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Herbert, against the Bears, it's kind of hard to say how impressive it was, but I think he was like 15 for 15 to start the game. They finally look a little healthier there. And Eckler, man, last game he really started taking off. So I think the Chargers, they're kind of like the Bills in the sense like, okay, now they're finally getting their rhythm back. I'm going to roll with the Chargers. Herbert's been playing really well. Eckler, they're finding more and more ways to kind of continue his dominance now that he's back. So, yeah, give me the Chargers.
All right, on this one, I would love to see the Jets continue winning just to see what they do with Aaron Rodgers at the end of the year. Yeah. But I'm going to go with the Chargers also just for the fact, like you said, it looks like Justin Herbert's got things going with Austin Eckler. Didn't really have to use his receivers, Keenan Allen, all that much last week. So I'm going to go with the Chargers also. I think they get it done, and then Herbert becomes like the darling of the NFL again, and then they get beat the next week whoever they're playing. So I'm going with the Chargers also. We've done it. We have made it through another week of the wide world of Raff. All of our picks are in. You don't have any NBA games for me to pick tonight because I have no clue about that stuff. So.
I mean, I could throw in a Bulls game, but I'd have to pick against them. The Bulls they're in a world of woes. We don't have to talk about NBA. Don't worry about it. I will say though, we're wrapping this one up. This might be if you guys are betting, and if you are, out of the state of Nebraska, of course, if you're listening in another state, this is the one time I might stay away from my picks. This is probably the most unconfident I've been going through an NFL slate of games, picking through them. They're all very, because none of the, powerhouses that we've been talking about have been playing like powerhouses. And when they do show up, it's like for 1 week. And then here come the Chiefs losing to the Broncos, not even getting a touchdown. It's been all over.
That's what it's all about when you're Bronco football. You're making a run to the Super Bowl. That's what it's all about. So, well, I think we've came to another conclusion of the Wide World of Raff for another Tuesday night. I'll be back in studio next week, so you'll be able to see my beautiful face.
Rock on. And Wednesday night, not Tuesday night, but Wednesdays, we'll get Raff back in here next week, back in studio. But that's
it is Wednesday. Have I been saying Tuesday? Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm confused. Oh my gosh, I've been saying Tuesday the whole show. Oh well, that happens. I think I'm in Ralston, Nebraska, but I know I had Heavenly Waffles this morning, so I'm still a happy man. So we're all good. Everyone, thanks for joining us again. Catch the drive tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll be on. Have a great rest of your night, Harrison. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll talk to you next week on the Wide World of Raff.
Absolutely. Replays up next, then Don't Athlete Project. Don't go anywhere.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of